When, a 7-year-old, is on vacation with her adoptive parents, Eric and Andrew, at their secluded cottage in Burlington County, New Jersey. Gwen is approached by Leonard throughout her stay, who is a mystery outsider. Leonard, who at first seems nice, says that in order to save the planet, he needs the assistance of Gwen and her parents. Gwen is wary when 3 additional people appear with homemade weapons as the two are spending time catching grasshoppers together. Eric suffers a concussion while Gwen runs away to tell Andrew and Eric, but the guests come in and tie them up before Eric can escape. Despite claiming to have never met before and to have no desire to hurt the family, Leonard and his companions Sabrina, Adriane, and Redmond have been driven to track down the family during the past week by visions and an unidentified force. The gang predicts an impending catastrophe, according to Leonard, in which the oceans would rise, a plague will spread, the sky will collapse, and then an endless darkness will set in. The only way to prevent this is for the family to sacrifice one of their own members. They are informed that even though they will survive the apocalypse, if they don't make a decision, they will be forced to become the last people left on Earth. Eric and Andrew are convinced that the organization is lying and that the attack is motivated by hatred and delusion. When the family won't make a decision, the guests perform a weird rite in which they wrap Redmond's head with a cloth and beat him to death with their weapons. As Redmond passes away, concussed Eric thinks he sees a bright figure. Leonard claims that the beginning of the end times is when media outlets start reporting on huge tsunamis on TV. Andrew starts to think Redmond is really Jeff O'Bannon, a homophobe who assaulted him in a pub years ago, and was sentenced to prison for it. Andrew thinks O'Bannon hunted him down as payback. Leonard, Sabrina, and Adriane battle with their guilt, and wonder if Andrew is right, but they insist that they accept their visions. They show that Redmond's passing has only postponed the end of the world temporarily. The next day, Adriane is killed by the intruders because Eric and Andrew won't make a sacrifice. The catastrophes keep happening as a pandemic spreads over the world. The guests were expecting pre-scheduled news programming, according to Andrew, who maintains that the disasters are coincidental. Sabrina explains how she and the other guests were compelled to meet one another online, carry out specifics of their plan, like using their weapons, and move forward even when they tried to resist. After escaping, Andrew finds his revolver in the car and begins shooting at Sabrina, forcing her to flee. Leonard is convinced that Andrew was Jeff when Andrew discovers Redmond's wallet. Andrew thinks the 4 arrived in a truck nearby after attacking them and slashing their tires, so he locks Leonard in the restroom. Sabrina breaks into the home, and Andrew injures her to death. Leonard then deceives Andrew into entering the washroom, overwhelms him, and steals the revolver. Sabrina is still offered as a sacrifice by Leonard, and worldwide spontaneous plane crashes are being broadcast. As the sky darkens and lightning starts to set the soil on fire, Leonard realizes that their time is almost up, and leads the 3 outside onto the back deck. Leonard warns them that they only have a short time to make a decision before it is too late before he slits his throat. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are each represented by one of the intruders. Eric now believes that the events are real. Eric offers to be the sacrifice, since he doesn't want Gwen to grow up in a world that has been destroyed. He claims to have seen a light before the aliens killed Redmond, and he also claims to have seen a future in which Gwen is an adult, and Andrew is still by her side. Eric believes that because their family's devotion was sincere, they were selected to sacrifice them. Andrew then regretfully kills Eric with a gun.